Hey! Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, great timing. Today we are breaking down something most people get completely wrong about money. Stay with me. Most people saving money right now are still heading straight for a broke retirement. And here's the thing, it's not because they're lazy. It's not because they don't care. It's because the plan itself is broken from the start. Picture this. You work 40 years. You save dutifully, every single month, never missing a beat. Then retirement finally arrives, and the money runs out way too soon. Studies consistently show that a massive share of retirees risk outliving their savings, especially those who never invested beyond a basic savings account. And that number is shocking. Here's the thing nobody talks about. The problem is not how much you're saving. The problem is where your money is sitting, quietly doing absolutely nothing. A savings account is a parking lot, not a launch pad. And parking lots don't build retirements. Because while your money sits there looking safe and comfortable, inflation is secretly eating it alive. Every single year. Think of inflation as a tiny invisible mouse nibbling your cash while you sleep and you never even hear it coming. If inflation runs at 3% yearly, your money halves in purchasing power in about 24 years. That's not a scare tactic. That's not a theory. That is arithmetic. Cold, indifferent, relentless arithmetic, and it doesn't care how hard you worked. So here are the 3 moves that actually change your trajectory. Not tricks. Not shortcuts. Not some secret the wealthy are hiding from you. Just 3 clear, proven shifts that anyone can make and most people never do. Move 1. Stop letting your employer match go unclaimed. This is literally free money sitting on the table right in front of you. And most people? They walk right past it without even blinking. If your employer matches up to 5% of your salary, you need to contribute at least 5%. Every single dollar they add doubles your investment instantly. Not over time. Instantly. That's a 100% return before the market does a single thing. Meet Daniel. 28 years old. He ignored his employer match for 4 years, just never got around to setting it up. That decision? Depending on his salary and how those investments grew, it could quietly cost him well over $100,000 by age 65 once compounding does its work. Over $100,000. Gone. Quietly. The fix took Daniel 2 minutes. He logged into his HR portal, changed one number, and that single click completely changed his retirement picture. 2 minutes. One number. That's all it took, and that's where it gets interesting. Move 2. Put your investments on autopilot using index funds. Here's something most people never hear. The majority of actively managed funds, the ones with the fancy names and the high-paid managers, lose to the plain, boring index over 10 years. Most of them. Consistently. An index fund simply tracks the whole market. When the market grows, you grow with it. No guessing. No fund manager eating your returns in fees. No stress. No drama. Just steady, quiet, compounding growth working in your corner. A 1% fee difference sounds tiny, right? Almost laughable. But on a substantial portfolio over 30 years, that 1% can consume well over $100,000 of your total return. The exact amount depends on your balance and contributions, but fees are the silent tax either way. And you're paying it whether you notice it or not. Index funds typically charge well under 0.1% annually. Some major providers charge as little as 0.03%. Compare that to the funds quietly draining your account every year. That's the difference between letting your engine run or sitting in neutral burning fuel while going nowhere. Move 3. Use time as your unfair advantage. Compound growth isn't magic. It's math. But here's the part nobody tells you, the math works best, almost obscenely well, when you start early. Even a little bit early. Someone who invests $100 a month starting at 25 will often outperform someone who starts at 35 investing $200 a month, even though the later investor puts in significantly more total dollars. Read that again. Less money. Better outcome. That is the math of compound growth working in your favor. Starting a decade earlier with half the monthly contribution can still produce a comparable or larger nest egg by retirement. Not extra effort. Not extra discipline. Just extra years of the math doing its job while you sleep, while you work, while you live your life. And if you're 35 or even 45 right now, don't you dare tune out. Starting late still beats not starting by a massive margin. The best time was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now, today, before this video ends. Let's pull it all together. Claim your employer match first, don't leave a single free dollar on the table. Then park your contributions in a low-cost index fund. Then let time finish the job. 3 moves. That's the whole system. None of this requires a finance degree. None of it requires perfect timing or a brilliant strategy or a financial advisor charging you by the hour. It requires one afternoon, an HR portal, and a brokerage account you never need to babysit again. The people who retire comfortably aren't smarter than you. They're not luckier. They just set up the right systems early and let those systems do the heavy lifting for decades. The system did the work. They just didn't get in the way. Your one action today: look up your employer's 401k match policy right now. Write it down. Then match it by end of this week. Not next month. This week. That's step 1 done, and it's the most important step you'll ever take. If your employer offers no match, skip straight to step 2. Open a low-cost index fund account tonight. Vanguard, Fidelity, Schwab, all solid starting points. Tonight. Not this weekend. Tonight. Retirement doesn't require luck. It requires a system. You now have all 3 parts of that system in your hands. Go build it. Your future self, the one who actually gets to retire, will be very, very grateful you did. If this clicked for you, subscribe to Burt Finance. Every week we hand you one clear money insight you can actually use before the next video even starts. Thanks for watching. If this changed how you think, smash that like button. Subscribe so you never miss the next one. And drop a comment below. Seriously, what do you think about this topic? I read every single one. See you next time.